Moscow's war in Ukraine. Joining us on the broadcast is Ron Aledo, a former U.S. military officer, former CIA contractor, and former intelligence and operations officer at the Pentagon. He is currently a chief executive officer of Miami Intelligence Agency. Ron, welcome back to WION, and thank you for joining us. In the backdrop of strong messaging from both sides ahead of the talks, there's a strong feeling that Putin holds the cards, in Trump's words. Who do you see as having the upper hand as the two sides go into these talks?
Obviously, Putin. Putin have the upper hand. Putin is winning on the battlefield, on the line of contact. His army is far superior, far bigger, far more powerful than the army that began this war 3 years ago. He has put no limits on technology and resources, and the sanctions that have been in place for the last 3 years have failed. The Russian economy is doing very well. It's not isolated at all, with support from China, from support from India, Brazil, even Saudi Arabia, North Korea, etc. So it's not isolated. So he have the upper hand, and I think this mostly is a courtesy. Putin don't have to go to any negotiation table with Mr. Trump, but he's doing this as a courtesy to talk directly, eye to eye, and to exchange positions. So, but obviously, Putin have the upper hand in this meeting.
How much do you think he's willing to compromise to find some kind of solution or a ceasefire, even temporarily, to the Ukraine war?
Well, Putin is not interested on a ceasefire. Ukraine, Zelensky is interested on a ceasefire. Putin is interested on the root causes of this war, the actual root causes of this war, and he wants to end those root causes, and he wants to put a permanent end of the war, end of the special military operation, as the Russians call. It's only Zelensky and the West. I mean, his Western supporters, the neocons, globalists from Europe, Starmer, Merz from Germany, Macron from France. They are the ones that really want a ceasefire, because they are losing the war on the front lines. They are losing terrain every day. They are having great losses every day. Now there was a big advance in the last 3-4 days of Russia near Pokrovsk, one of the key logistical hubs in the area, in the battlefield. So Russia doesn't want a ceasefire. Zelensky wants a ceasefire. Russia wants to end the war permanently. But for that, there have to be some conditions. And those conditions are more or less the same conditions that Russia offered Ukraine in March of 2022 in Turkey, in Istanbul, when they were very close to end this war just a few weeks after it started in March of 2022 in Turkey, Istanbul in Turkey. But now Russia obviously wants the 4 regions that he have annexed, and obviously he wants guarantees that Ukraine will not become part of NATO. And obviously that's something that the backers of Mr. Zelensky, the backers of Ukraine, don't want to accept, because they will see that as a defeat. But the thing is this: Russia needs, as a part of its national security strategy, they need a neutral Ukraine. They need a Ukraine that is not armed to the teeth, that is not at the service of NATO. And they need a buffer. They need Ukraine as a buffer, as a natural buffer between Russia and NATO. And anything other than that is going to be a critical, existential threat to Russia, and Russia will not accept anything other than that Ukraine as a buffer between Russia and NATO.
All right, Ron Aledo, thank you so much for that analysis. It'll be interesting to see what kind of security guarantees Europe also offers Ukraine. I can imagine that countries in Europe are also concerned right now if something like this goes into effect, what will happen to them in the future. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be watching very closely. I look forward to speaking to you again very soon.
Thank you.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.